Usually there's a drop-off post-show in terms of, you know, the show's over, the smoke is cleared, you got the results, and a lot of people can endure some sort of post-show blues, post-show depression, so to speak, because it's a big finale to a season of life that you've worked really hard for. My biggest pro tip is make sure that you're structuring things that excite you afterwards beyond the stage. Because if not, it's very, very easy for you to idolize being on stage, competing, and making that your everything. And so everyone always asks, mentally, how are you doing post-show? What's next? Sit down and settle first. Let the smoke clear. Make sure you're planning lifestyle things, dinners with friends, outings and things like that. We have the Olympia coming up, which I'm beyond excited for. I'll be there with the team, Branch, MJ, Nick behind the camera, the entire family, and I'm really, really excited for that. So that's coming up in 2 weeks. That's something to look forward to. But again, things that are not the stage, things that are not you done up in glitz and glam, but also just self-care and feeding your soul. Because in this sport, we feed our bodies, right? With pre-workout and with chicken, with rice, with weight training. But are you feeding your heart? Are you fulfilling your soul with things that give you joy, honestly, outside of, you know, the stage lights? It's very, very important. All right, guys, what's up? It's IFBB Pro, Amanda Almodovar. We are here at Destination Dallas, getting another lift in with Nick behind the camera. I am a 1 week post-show, which is awesome. Literally jumped off the plane, ran straight to my classroom, working all week, trying to play catch up with the kiddos, and also had a field trip yesterday. So it's been a busy week, a little bit disorganized, just trying to get back to the swing of normal life, right? And some balance here as we reverse. But today we have a chest and arms day, which I haven't filmed in quite some time. Chest and arms is something I had not trained. Honestly, I want to say a little over a year prior to, you know, jumping to Justin. Now he has it into my protocol. So that's exciting. Nothing crazy here. I'm still kind of 1 week post, still healing. So he doesn't want me going too hard, too heavy. But we're gonna get in some good reps. And yeah, as always, I'm repping Gasp and Better Bodies. Make sure you use my code, Amanda5. And for animal, fuel yourselves with some pre-workout, some EAAs, creatine, Amanda20. But that's pretty much all I gotta say. We're just gonna work. All right, here's the fun part, is the setup for the T-Rex arms. So the thing with this is, one, my arms are extremely short. And two, you always wanna make sure you're setting up specifically to your body, of course. You want to stretch, but you don't want it too deep to where it's taking off the tension from the actual muscle group that you're trying to hit. First couple reps is always like a test set and a nice stretch. Oh, this moves smooth. That's actually a perfect setup. Very rarely do I get it right on the first time, but we did. So it's a good day. Setup is extremely important. Warm up is also extremely important. Pro tip, make sure you guys are warming up with at least 1 to 2 sets. First set, I always like to make sure, okay, is my adjustments good? Am I feeling okay? Do I feel it where I need to feel it, right? With low amount of weight. Then the next set is kind of like my prime set. So now I'm actually doing the reps. It's not full exertion. It's not full set. Just feeling it out for 12 to 15, and then I jump into my top sets. So right now my rep range is 12 to 15, 2 to 3 sets, because I'm kind of working myself back to the full load of what I was training prior to being depleted for such a long period of time, but also making sure I'm not pushing too much, because I'm not essentially jumped into my full-blown off season right now as my body starts to reverse and settle into the new calories and all of the things. So. Have I ever? Like regular barbell? Yeah. When I first got into training, I really wanted to power lift first. So I started squatting, benching, deadlifting, all of the things. And I was still playing college softball at the time. So my coach was like, no way, you're gonna get injured. So that's kind of when I started hypertrophy and bodybuilding training, because I felt like it was the safer route while still playing. But yeah, I used to love squatting, deadlifting was my favorite. But for now, I haven't benched like actual bench in a while. the skeleton is not happy, so we're gonna stay. This is where it's important in bodybuilding to know that you cannot ego lift, especially post-show. With all of the carbs back in, having some fun food, of course, post-show, you're gonna feel mentally like you're ready to run through a wall because you have glycogen back in the system, you're excited, obviously there's hype around it, you finished, and you're ready to improve. If you're anything like me, if you're not first, you're dead last. So I have work to do. That being said, I have to go slow and steady out of this reverse. Old me would have went up, probably tweaked something today, worked through the injury. The mature me knows that it's all in God's time that these improvements will be made. So there's no rush. Just gotta walk slowly with grace into the growth season and just be patient with it, because the physiques that you see on stage is years and years of work, months in advance. If you rush back into it way too quickly, you're gonna end up taking time away from yourself, essentially. Up. I think the biggest thing for me was I knew that it was gonna take a while to achieve the look that I wanted, but what I didn't realize was the depths of how much you'll truly never be satisfied if you are a hard competitor mentally. So that being said, the biggest thing that I've learned is really to have grace in the exact season that you're in. To my younger competitors, that body dysmorphia is real. You're never gonna see what other people see, especially off seasons. You have to hold higher body fat. There's gonna be people that look leaner than you year round. So that comparison game has to be squashed immediately. And you have to understand that it is your lane, your game, your physique. No one has your genetics, no one has your work ethic. Literally no one's living your life. So you have to make sure that, yes, enjoy growing and working towards the improvements from the feedback, but also know that you've come such a long way from what you once were, and have grace for that. All right, so chest is done. I did a fly to stretch up, open up, and then I did an incline with dumbbells, and then a little bit of a hammer strength here. On this piece, I was smoked. Honestly, I have not trained chest in a while. That being said, the muscle group is not as strong as it once was. It used to be dominant, now obviously it's lagging behind, which is okay, because for my specific division, I do not need more mass here. So right now, it's just a pump. It has helped my delt development a lot, just because it's a double load, almost essentially triple, because I'm training shoulders twice a week, and then in addition, adding 3 chest pieces. So while this is not isolating specifically just the delt, it's hitting everything, so it does kind of work overtime for that muscle group as well, which is great. We're gonna split off into arms now, keeping it light, slow, controlled, really hard contractions. I don't need bigger arms either, so. I feel like they play the really hard rap when I come, because they know I'm coming. Right now, I'm in an interesting season. Feedback from the show, from Sandy, the head judge, was get tighter. So that being said, I knew that was going to be the feedback. A lot of people don't know, I was in prep since May. I was supposed to compete in May, and the show kept getting pushed off. I wasn't ready. I was moving cross country, just a lot of cortisol, a lot of stress. So genuinely, I should have stopped. I really should have. I should have called it, re-scrapped for a new season, but I felt that I was so far deep in, mentally invested, and my soul was invested in it, that something was calling me to finish off that season. And it didn't mean winning, it didn't mean a trophy, but what it did mean is that I finished what I said I was gonna do and what I set out to do, just regardless of all of the things that were thrown at me, all of the stress. So I'm happy I did, but yeah, I don't need to grow anymore. Conditioning just needs to be better next time. So we're gonna kind of grow within this frame, obviously shape shift a little bit, but nothing like a huge, thick off season needed right now. So that's it. I am letting the muscle stretch in the stretch. So at the bottom of the load, I'm letting that bicep truly open up. And then when I'm holding at the top, I'm holding the contraction for 2 to 3 seconds. So the movement and how you do it, the speed of which you do it, the rate, tempo, squeeze, everything, the execution of it is the most important thing. So slowly but surely, I'm connecting all of the muscles back now that I have glycogen. now that I'm feeling more confident in the movements, that my body's feeling more sturdy with more calories. So it's almost essentially like post-show, you have to relearn how to do movements when you're exerting full-blown energy back into full-blown training. Up. Felt lovely. So right there, I just did, I believe, 3 sets. I mean, including warm-ups and all of that, but I did do a drop. It started to get a little heavy, so I just wanted to make sure I got some extra reps in just to fatigue the muscle, because I did have some really frozen stops at the end there. So drop down, get some more reps in, get some more blood flow. Again, it's not about going heavy right now. It's about really just working the muscle with the least amount possible as I start to heal and grow back into this frame. So probably gonna just, Thanksgiving will be like a friend's holiday near in the area. Trying to get my mom to fly out. My mom is my bestie, so trying to get her to move to Texas. It'll happen. We'll get her in some boots and a cowgirl hat, but hopefully she comes. If not, it's all good because I'm gonna go back to New York for Christmas. So I'm excited. I got 2 weeks off of work from my students. So fly back to New York, enjoy the holidays. I want to take her to see Rockefeller Center tree, do the whole New York thing. But yeah, there's no place like home for the holidays. So I'm excited for the first time to be going back, having known I'm like completely removed from it. And it's like the first full return and seeing family and stuff like that. So I'm excited. They're really cool, yeah. I mean, they know that I did a show. They were super supportive of it. I stay very quiet. It was a lot easier in my last district because they knew me. They knew, you know, as I was up and coming, starting to compete. So they had that background. For this one, I kind of walked into it and just like didn't say anything. But obviously it's pretty clear. I try to cover up as much as I can, but it's obvious. And also with social media these days, it's very easy to find the content that's out there. So yeah, my staff, my students, like they're all extremely loving and very, very happy for me. They were excited. My kids are actually the only people that knew outside of my family that I was doing the show. So before I left for the 3 days I was gonna be out, I sat down with them, I had a conversation about respecting subs, about making sure, you know, they're not being animals in the classroom while I'm gone. And I told them, you know, I'm going to Seattle, and remember how I told you I'm a pro bodybuilder, I'm doing a show, and they lost it. Like, they were emailing me as I was at the show, saying, good luck, Miss A, we love you, whatever, all the things. So I told them when we come back, we'll share donuts and stuff like that, and we had a good time. But yeah, they actually, the day of the show, they FaceTimed me. So they were wishing me luck and all the things. So it's really nice to have their support and have their love and just be able to impact them in a different way than I was with my 5- and 6-year-olds, you know, because they knew and they saw, but they didn't understand the depths of what it really takes. And so a lot of my kids are just super motivated by it. They're always flexing off. They're always talking about health. They see how much water I drink. They're like, they think I'm a superhero because I drink almost 2 gallons a day. So just kind of instilling those little habits for them in the way that I live and the way that I talk, the way that I represent myself for them is, I don't take it lightly. It's very, very, it's a serious deal. I could essentially change their health and lifestyle forever by just the simple little things that I do. So yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting. For this, for me, it's a decent weight. Like that was kind of heavy. I'm gonna stay there. But a slow eccentric, a hold in the squeeze, and then a hard contraction. I have not trained triceps in a really long time. That being said, when I first started training, I love to train chest. I love training arms. So that's where kind of like the triceps have stemmed from and kind of stayed. But the biggest thing with triceps is really just the squeeze. Focusing and making sure you're not cutting that contraction short by just repping it out, right, and getting pumps, but really holding that squeeze and then going slow and controlled. You're gonna get a lot more out of dropping the weight and slowing the tempo than you will with lugging this up and just full-blown pushing it as if you're chest pressing. So just making sure you're using the correct muscle groups in this, and that comes with strictness. All right, guys, so that is a wrap on our little chest and arms day. We did 3 chest pieces, 2 for bis, 2 for tris. Like I said, keeping it light, nothing crazy. We are 10 days out from the Olympia, so to all of our athletes from Gasp and Better Bodies that are hopping on that stage, make sure you all dig it out. These are the last couple of days that count the most. And for the fans, the friends, the family, everyone who is watching, make sure you all come out. Come say hi at the booth, come hang with us, take photos, bring me a donut, all of the things. Whatever y'all want. We'll be in the local gyms as well, training, filming, so come say hi. We're looking forward to seeing you, looking forward to just getting out there and sharing some love and just excitement over the sport that we've all grown to be attached to in any way, shape, or form. So as always, make sure y'all are blessed. Stay in your prayer. It's needed more now than ever. And make sure you use the codes, and we'll see y'all soon. No compromises.